And hello there folks, welcome back to RJB TV with me, your host, RJB, here at the RJB TV channel. The video you're watching right now is on that channel. So who is Vanguard? Vanguard is a player from the US West who plays a lot of 1v1 with clan WK. He plays a lot of public games and a lot of 2v2, 3v3, but most of all a lot of 1v1. And today he is up against a mysterious player who Vanguard challenged. So Vanguard challenged this mysterious player. Who could this mysterious player be, you might wonder? He goes by the name Legend RJB TV. He's here on the bottom left of the map, on the blue Protoss. Who could this person be? RJB TV. Who could he be here on the channel of RJB TV? Who could this Legend RJB TV be? And Vanguard here on the yellow Protoss on the top right of the map. In the chat, Vanguard does seem a little bit fired up, talking some smack towards RJB TV, who tells him to calm down. RJB TV didn't mean to. It's a noobs league, he says. This has me a little bit curious. If the SCW is a noobs league, then WK Vanguard has to be very, very good. So here, we got a Protoss against Protoss. Let's see how this game is going to unfold. Top corner against bottom corner. RJB TV is a coward, Vanguard says. Oh, let's find out if he is. They're playing here. Maybe he is not. So, cross-map situation, usually that means that we are not going to be seeing a whole lot of early game action. But who knows, maybe these two players have some early game action in mind and in their plans. So about these replays. These replays kind of fell into my lap. I wasn't planning on doing them, but they just kind of appeared out of nowhere. And then I felt like, you know, maybe I gotta cast these replays and just go straight into it. Nexus first from Vanguard. The Nexus from RJB TV is a little bit faster, not much, but just a little bit faster, a fraction of like 4 to 5 seconds. Gateway Forge there from Vanguard as well. Both players are doing the exact same thing, but RJB TV starts scouting the map a little bit faster than Vanguard. Going towards the 9 o'clock spawn location, Vanguard goes for a gas and RJB TV also goes for a gas and a pylon, whereas Vanguard does not yet get that second pylon. He goes for a second gas instead. So Vanguard wants to get more gas, RJB TV wants to get less gas. I mean, that's why he went for one gas. He doesn't get a second one yet. He goes for a cyber core, I assume. And there comes gas number 2. No. Gas number 2, not yet there. Cannon warping in there for Vanguard. Second gas, they're finishing up. This does kind of mean that both players are going into slightly different pathways, slightly different directions. Now, RJB TV starts his second gas right about now, which means he has a couple more minerals mined from having 3 probes mining minerals for a little while longer than Vanguard did. Zealot there on the way there from RJB TV. No Zealot on the way there from Vanguard. He starts a little bit slowly, a little bit late. Both players are still on the same worker count. Cybercore that finishes up for Vanguard. Cybercore finishes up for RJB TV as well. Zealot starts moving out onto the map, and probe there on the right side and a probe on the left side from Vanguard. They haven't found each other yet. So they're still under the assumption that this might not be a cross-map game, but that it still could be. And I'm kind of curious to see what will they do when they find out it is a cross-map game. Citadel of Atune and a Robotic City there from Vanguard. Likewise, we have the same coming out here from RJB TV. So far, they're doing the exact same thing, but RJB TV has a little bit more supply because he has been more consistent building Zealots. Also there from Vanguard, standing guard at the entrance to the club, whereas RJB TV is trying to get into the slaughterhouse. Because if he goes in there, he is going to get absolutely murdered. The fight erupts between 2 Zealots. More Zealots are on the way there from the middle. It's a probe and a Zealot. So I think that fight went into the favor of RJB TV by 1 single HP. And there we have Support Bay and a Temple's Archives. For RJB TV, you have a Temple's Archives, no Support Bay. So he's delaying the Support Bay to go for 4 gateways, whereas Vanguard's going for double gateway. So that is the very first difference between the two players. RJB TV wants to get gateway units, Vanguard wants to just go all in on the drops with pretty much no gateway army to speak of whatsoever. RGB is getting Storm, Vanguard is getting a Shuttle, no Storm. Oh, there's a Storm coming in hot, getting Shuttle speed as well. RGB, of course, no support bay, cannot get Shuttle speed. Zealots are walking back and forth here in Vanguard's base to keep track on what Vanguard is doing exactly, so that RGB can respond to it. Vanguard, on the other hand, has no Zealot or Probe inside of RGB's base, so he has no actual information on what RGB is doing. He did scout the base earlier, but lost a Probe, so any additional information is missing. That one cannon there in front of the gateways to detect Dark Templars, which are on the way there from Vanguard. Getting a TIE Templar to put into the shuttle, getting a third gateway, and getting some pylons on the side for a little bit more building space, whereas RGB is building pylons on the bottom middle and all the way here in the top corner as well of his base to get more vision against shuttle drops. Both shuttle drops are actually going to fly right into each other, so both players know exactly what is coming. But Vanguard has no Dragoons. RGB has 2 Dragoons, so he might be able to snipe the shuttle out of the air. He also has a Probe, a pylon, and another pylon as an early warning detection system. But his drop there might... Oh, he's going to pick up that Zealot. Oh, he's going to use the Zealot to distract the cannons. Take fire. Goes in. And is distracting. Shuttle arrives on the scene. Templar is going to unload. He's dancing the shuttle. Arrives on location. Storms. Does he get any kills? Yeah, he gets... Oh, he gets about 20 kills. Well, 18 kills. 18 kills. And this pylon there spots the shuttle. RGB knows it's coming and is going to snipe it right out of the air. Shuttle speed kicks in, but the shuttle goes down before anything unloads, and no probes die for RGB. Vanguard is in a lot of trouble. He's down 18 probes this early into the game. So he is going to fall behind quite a lot. He has to hit something with this shuttle. We'll look at the top side. Probe is building pylons. So 2 pylons have finished up, and he sees the shuttle flying through with both the pylon and the shuttle, which means the Dragoons are moving to the top side to try and intercept it. He's got to be fast. Can he get in there? No, he cannot. Dragoons are in between. And down the shuttle goes, tries to turn around, but too slow. And that's 2 drops in a row from Vanguard that do not arrive on location. They miss their targets completely because they never even arrived at their target. Dark Templar walked into the base. Does he have any observers? No, I don't see an observer, but he does have an observatory. You can start building observers to detect the Dark Templar, but Dark Templar retreats back to the middle. He does not want to lose the Dark Templar. He wants to kill the pylons on the side instead with that exact Dark Templar. Drop on the bottom, drop on the top. No Dragoons. Arrives on the scene, unloads the High Templar, storms, and hits quite a couple of them once again. Now there's a difference of 30 probes. Drop on the bottom comes in as well. It's a double drop. Arrives on the scene, storms, and hits even more. Heals another 10, down to 17 probes. Vanguard is getting absolutely smoked. He's down 41 probes. He's down half supply. This guy is pretty much toast. He got smoked. RGB is starting to cool down. He knows the game is in the bag. I mean, he didn't lose probes. He got 62 of them in total, and he killed pretty much all the probes that Vanguard has built so far. Things are looking grim. 3 gateways, 2 more on the bottom for a total of 5. Flying across the map yet again with a shuttle, but flies right into 2 Dragoons that fire on it 4 times, 6 times. The shuttle is almost dead and gone, and RGB now knows the shuttle is coming in hot there from the right, over the front side. Finds a pretty good path, but then flies himself into the corner where it is gonna be pretty much impossible to fly in. He had a chance to fly in over this exact angle, but he chose not to, and he's gonna try again. Finds the angle, but oh, Dragoons coming in hot and takes it down. Templar does not unload, probes stay alive. Another drop that arrives on the scene and kills the remaining probes that Vanguard had, kills 18. 6 still alive, they're on the gas. Vanguard loses game number 1. He got absolutely smoked by very good shuttle drops by RGB. Who could this guy be? He looks pretty good in my opinion. Looks pretty good. He had a pretty solid build order, did everything as he had to do it, followed the entire flowchart of decision making. Pretty much down to the T. We have got more games between these 2 players. The mysterious RGB. Who could he be against Vanguard? I've got no clue who this guy might be, but so far he's looking pretty strong. But that's only just the first game. We've got more games coming up, and we might still see Vanguard absolutely destroy RGB and make himself a comeback. So, spawn locations. They're right next to each other. RGB TV. 1 o'clock spawn location and Vanguard here on the red Protoss right below him. A PvP yet again. So are they going to pull out the exact same build orders, or are we going to see both these players try something different? I'm kind of hyped about this one. What are they going to do? The only thing we can do is wait and see. What is Vanguard going to do to protect his victory from slipping right out of his hands? And what is this RJB TV from Clan Legend going to do to prevent victory from slipping out of his hands? What are they gonna do? Surprisingly, Vanguard got... Actually, the mining is pretty much synced up perfectly. It's pretty much synced up perfectly. So, both players again saving up 400 minerals to build a Nexus. RGB a little bit faster because he... Well, just like 2 seconds faster. It does not make a difference whatsoever. There's no chat this time around. Both players are silent. In the first game, we had some back and forth, well, mostly from Vanguard, directed at RGB, and RGB being a little bit like, yo, calm down, dude. Yo, why you so angry, dude? Gateway on the way there for Vanguard. Gateway on the way for RGB TV, and a Forge. No Forge coming out there from Vanguard. Is he getting one now? He's going for his... Okay, there's the Forge. Forge is a little bit located at a spot where I don't like it. Let me just explain. RGB TV builds his Forge right here, right below the pylon. He can build cannons behind this Forge and build a cybercore right here and somewhat build a wall. Well, he cancels it because he scouts Vanguard's base. He cancels his Forge and goes for a gateway and a gateway. RJB TV saw something that he likes so much that he decides to cancel the Forge and change the build order completely. Goes for a cybercore. Now Vanguard knows that RJB TV has to be probably right next to his own base, because the probe found him pretty early, and the probe came from the top side. That is why he changed direction from the middle to the top, and then to the top right. So triple gateway there from RGB TV and a fast cyber core on a single gas. Is he going to get a second gas or not? Vanguard gets a cannon in the back. He's on 1 gateway. He's on double gas. RGB TV at 1 gas. So he's got 3 more probes mining minerals. Cybercore finishes up. He's got 168, almost 200 gas. Is he going to get singularity charge, or is he going to get something else? Citadel of Adun coming out there for a Vanguard. Vanguard is adjusting as well. He wants to go for, I think, Dark Templars. I think he's going to go for Dark Templars, because RGB TV is making a round of 3 Dragoons. So that is the adaptation he's making. He saw something in Vanguard's build order and decided it was time to go for Dragoons. On a double gateway, it might be difficult to defend against Dragoons. He's getting a support bay as well and a 3rd gateway. Vanguard is going for a different pathway, getting Zealot speed. He's going to go for Zealots with Zealot speed to defend against the Dragoons. And getting a support bay in the back as well. I don't think he can support the robotics support bay or the robotic facility on a triple gateway, Zealot speed, and on double gas. I don't think he can support it with his minerals. If he wants to use the 3 gateways, he's going to have to use a lot of minerals to produce from them. And I don't think it will allow him to produce from the support bay, from the robotics facility, excuse me. RGB TV getting a robotic support bay himself as well, probably for observers. He arrives on the scene and starts killing zealots that are standing on the sides, not protected by the cannon. Gateways are under attack. Temple's Archive is on the way, and so is the support bay. Goes into the backside, goes straight for the cannon, kills the cannon, and now Vanguard is in a lot of trouble because he is behind in army supply, loses his last remaining 2 zealots. We got 3 more zealots on the way, but 3 zealots cannot fight against 4 zealots and 3 dragoons, and 3 more zealots are walking right through the front door. He's got Dark Templars on the way, but it might be too late because he's losing probes, he's losing everything that he has in his base because there's nothing to defend himself against his attack from RGB TV. Very quick and smart adaptation. He says something in Korean, but I can't read Korean, so I don't know what he said. But his Nexus is falling, he's dying. We have an Observer on the way there for RGB's. Observer is being built. Singularity Charge on the way, getting a Forge as well, and goodbye Nexus. Vanguard got destroyed yet again, but this time in a completely different manner. RJBTV with a great read of what Vanguard was doing and easily takes him down. Our temples are out though. Our temples are out. Can he save the Nexus? No, he cannot. Goodbye Nexus. No income at the moment. RGBTV just has to retreat back home or retreat towards the Observer, because it's gonna fly across the hillside, and then the Dark Templars are gonna die. The Dark Templars are Vanguard's last line of defense. Got nothing else remaining. The Templars storm on the way, and he calls GG, leaves the game, and that is it. So far, Vanguard has not managed to beat up RJBTV yet. Even though RGBTV is, by Vanguard's own words, a coward and part of a noob league. Is he though? Let's find out in game number 3, where Vanguard might just make a comeback, because he's currently behind 2-0. RJBTV is in the lead. Vanguard is a little bit behind. But what is Vanguard going to pull out of his box of tricks in game number 3? I still believe in you, Vanguard. I think you can do this. I believe in you. Just show me you can do it. Show me that you can beat up this noob, this coward called RJBTV. Can you obliterate this guy? You said you could, and I think you can. You gotta show me. The evidence is not yet here. It's not yet being provided. Is there lag? Oh, is there lag? Let's find out. What will RGBTV say in response to lag? Question mark. I can't feel a lag. Okay, RGBTV does not feel the lag. So there's probably no lag in this game. He says K. Okay, he agrees. There is no lag. So here we have Vanguard on the bottom middle of the map, on the pink, magenta pink Protoss, on the 6 o'clock spawn location, and RJBTV here on the olive green Protoss, once again on the top right of the map. Once again, are they gonna go for Nexus first? Yes, it does look like it. Both players are saving up their minerals, and that can only mean one single thing. Nexus will be built, probes will be produced, and whatever else happens after that will probably be a gateway forged in Cybercore and 1 gas, maybe 2 gas, the usual recipe. Only after that will we see a deviation from what is usually the orthodox pathway of building orders that these players go for. I like sounding fancy. I like sounding fancy so much. Use those heavy big words for no reason whatsoever. Okay, simulator on the side. He's gonna make 1 or 2. It's 1. Vanguard. He's gonna go for 1 or 2. He's not building that assimilator yet. I assume it's gonna be 1. There's 1. And there is not number 2. So 1 gas from both players. They're kind of doing the same thing, but the timing of the gas for Vanguard was a little bit slow. RJBTV finishes his gateway, getting a cyber core, I assume. There it is. Whereas Vanguard gets a cyber core of his own as well. So both cannons, both forges, and they both have cyber cores. Gas number 2 coming up for both players. This time around, they are, in fact, pretty much doing the same thing, but RJBTV got his gas just a little bit faster. He's about 25 to 32 gas ahead of Vanguard. Whether that is going to affect the way this game goes, I don't know. I don't know. I don't think it matters that much whether you have 30 more gas or 30 less gas. Both players once again saving up 400 minerals. What are they going to do next? Got probe out from both players. RGBTV already found Vanguard because Vanguard started scouting about 28 seconds slower. Gateway number 2 from both players and a Citadel of a Dune. It is interesting to see both players doing the exact same thing. They just decided to do the exact same thing. Robotics there from Vanguard. He's doing the same thing every single game, I started to notice. Every single game he goes for Citadel of a Dune and robotics. RGBTV doing the same thing though as Vanguard. But RGBTV has shown some variety so far in these games by going for a different build order in game number 2, and he might still go for a different one in this game here in game number 3. Double gateway there from RGBTV, Double gateway there from Vanguard. Getting a Citadel... Oh, both players getting a Templar's Archive as well. So far, they do look somewhat evenly matched. Rope still hiding there on the corner. Vanguard is getting a pylon protection circle around his base on the sides to see shuttles flying in from RGBTV's base. Now, RGBTV is using some gas and some minerals to build 2 Dragoons. He really likes to go for at least 2 to maybe 4 to 6 Dragoons to help him in taking down shuttles flying in from his opponent. Whereas Vanguard does not believe in the Dragoon supremacy because he's not getting Dragoons to defend himself against shuttles. He's going to rely purely on dodging the shuttle drops by pulling his probes to safety. Vanguard getting a Dark Templar, getting Storm and a shuttle, and a High Templar. RGBTV is getting Storm, a shuttle, and Dragoons and a High Templar. No Dark Templar. RJBTV does not believe in the magic of invisibility. Getting a support bay now. Vanguard already has a support bay. Shuttle is finished up for both players. High Templars are on the way. Storm for both players is pretty much at the exact same point. Pretty much at the exact same point. Look at this. Pretty much at the exact same point. Actually, at the exact same point. So now we got 5 gateway there from Vanguard, and we have 4 gateway there from RGBTV. Got 3 Dragoons, 4 Dragoons. Gonna get a 5th one very soon. 1 cannon there in the front to help him take down those shuttles. Shuttles meet each other once again on the middle of the map, flying across. So both players know what's coming. Pylons there detecting the shuttle. There's no Dragoons though. Vanguard is making it difficult for himself to not build some Dragoons to take down the shuttle. But he's running the safety. Whereas RGBTV is just gonna kill the shuttle and not even pull his probes to safety. RGBTV goes in. How many probes are still there? Only 1. But the damage has already been done. The probes are running so far away from home. RGBTV unloads and sees that there's almost nothing there, so he picks it up and flies away. But Vanguard already fell behind a lot by pulling his probes all the way over here, very far away from home. He pretty much already got storm dropped. He pretty much already got storm dropped. And he goes in yet again, probes other minerals, and he starts to unload. And he flies away again. Oh, the economic damage that Vanguard is suffering. You're going to see it in the supply count. Already a 30 supply count difference. It runs away yet again. RJBTV is toying with him, and he storms, and he kills about 14 probes. Drop comes into RGBTV's base, and he takes down the shuttle. Templar on the scene, unloaded. Kills it before it can storm. RGBTV's economy is completely safe. And the supply difference is 50. And look at the probes all the way on the other side of the map. Vanguard is taking so much damage without actually losing that much. I mean, he did lose about 14 probes, but all those probes running all over the map because they are tripping out, he did not pull them back to the minerals. He's hurting himself so much. He's hurting himself so much by not making more Dragoons to rely on to snipe the shuttles. He's 40 supply behind. It is painful to watch. It is painful to watch a coward like RJBTV, a noob like RJBTV, be in the lead like this. It is painful to watch. It is embarrassing. How can RJBTV, a noob from a noob league, a coward, be in the lead? This should not be happening. 60 supply difference. It just keeps growing and growing. It's gonna get worse and worse. And shuttles do meet each other yet again. Though Vanguard knows it's coming. Dragoons though, he might not have seen it. He might not have seen it. Dragoons are still on the right side. They fly into a Dark Templar though, but still not pulling the boys. The boys are still far away from home. Flies into RGBTV's base, but snipes the shuttle with 1 shot from a couple of Dragoons. Takes it down. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. Flies in with drop number 1. Oh, the Dragoons are too slow. Already on the scene. Storms once, twice. Misses kind of. He hits half of the probes, so that's good. Kills half. 25 still alive. Difference of about 40, 50. Very soon, as another drop comes in, probes gonna die. Goodbye. Gets only 6 of them. It's not much, but it's something. It's honest work. Gets a couple of them. He's building pylons on the top side. He's moving his army out into the middle. A supply difference of 100. this noob, this coward, is going for a mass front door attack with gateway units. Double shuttle on the bottom. Vanguard, 22 probes, 75 supply. He might not be well prepared for this attack, but RJBTV, this coward, might actually not yet be able to kill Vanguard here. Let's see how this is going to play out. Drop from the front. He's dancing. He's putting the fear into Vanguard's eyes, into his mind, into his body, into his being, into his soul. The shuttle is hanging there. He's got a Dark Templar. There's no observer from RGB. Oh, what a mess up. What a mistake. No detection. Dark Templars might just save the base. Oh, picks up the High Templars. He's gonna fly forward. No, he's not. Yes, he is. Goes in. Unloads the High Templars, storming the probe to death. 4 still remain alive. Vanguard got smoked yet again. Dark Templars are racking up kills, but only 6 probes remain. Vanguard does not call GG, leaves the game, and RJBTV wins yet again. How does he keep getting away with this? How does this coward, this noob, keep getting away with this? How does he keep getting away with this? He cannot keep getting away with this. Going to game number 4. Vanguard against RJBTV. Who could this player be? This mysterious player with the initials RJB and television TV right behind it. Game number 4. Both players are blue, so let's change it to red versus blue. RJBTV, red Protoss, bottom side of the map, 6 o'clock spawn location. And Vanguard here on the blue Protoss on the middle left. Let's see what's gonna happen. He says something in Korean. Shibal. That is actually like saying shit. It's kind of like saying shit in Korean. Shibal. One of the few things I know. So are you in a plus? He means like, are you in a cross spawn or in one of the middle spawn locations? RJBTV says LOL. He says guess it. RJBTV is not just gonna tell him where he is on the map. If you are in plus, easy. Vanguard says that he can easily beat RJBTV if RJBTV is on a middle spawn location. Vanguard himself is also on a middle spawn location. From reading that conversation, I assume that Vanguard believes he lost all those games because RJBTV was on a corner spawn and he was on a middle spawn. Is this going to be true? Is Vanguard going to easily defeat RJBTV now that RJBTV is on a middle spawn location and not on a corner spawn location? Vanguard seems to believe so, and after all, RJBTV is a coward and a noob. It probably will come true. Since RJBTV is a coward and a noob, he definitely will not be able to stand up to the heroic, strong, whatever Vanguard here on the middle 9 o'clock spawn location. Goes for 1 gas, goes for double gas. Gateway and Forge on the way. RJBTV though, going for no gas. Well, he's getting his gas right now. Single gas, double gateway. RJBTV wants to be a little bit more aggressive. He's feeling feisty. He's feeling good. He's up 3 games over Vanguard, going a 3rd gateway. RJBTV not getting a Forge, which of course means he's going to get a Cybercore at some point after getting his first Zealot. Whereas Vanguard is going for a Cybercore as well, but on a single gateway. He's once again doing the exact same thing that he did in the previous 3 games, whereas RJBTV is mixing things up yet again. This looks a lot like his build order from game number 2, but this time around he didn't have to cancel the Forge, he's just going straight for the Cybercore. The probes meet each other on the other side of the map, on the furthest away spawn location from where they actually are, so it might still take a little while before they find each other and get confirmation on what the other person is doing. Although RJBTV is assuming that the bottom left is definitely not where Vanguard is, so he goes towards the bottom, the middle left, and he finds him. Sees the cannon there, so he's gonna ball up some Zealots. He might try to just gun it. He gets 3 Zealots, and then he just jumps on top of the cannon. We got a Citadel and a Robo on the way there for Vanguard and Dragoons for RJBTV. He is not getting range yet. He's getting a second assimilator. He might get a range as soon as he has 150 gas. Oh, he actually finds a spot to attack that robotics, but the cannon is just within range, and the Zealot there pushes the other two Zealots away. RJBTV cannot, at the moment, do any damage on his target. So, 3 Zealots, 2 Zealots. He's gonna go for the cannon in the back. Gets right on top of it. Vanguard is pulling his probes to protect the cannon, and he protects it, but does lose some income, but RJBTV loses 1 Zealot. 2 Zealots, in fact, do go down. So the situation has just become a little bit better there for Vanguard. Although he does lose a probe. Lost 2 probes so far. Dragoon arrives on the scene. We got those cannons. 2 more cannons there from Vanguard, finishing up to protect his technology, but the gateway is exposed, so the Dragoons are taking the gateway. Vanguard forced to pull his 2 Zealots to try and push those 2 Dragoons, or 3 Dragoons away, to protect the gateway. But a very fast Dark Templar on the way there from Vanguard, and Zealot speed coming on the way as well. He's building the Dark Templar from the bottom one, not the top one. Forces the Zealots. Ooh. Takes down the gateway. We have a support bay there in the base for RGBTV, getting an observatory as well, and more Dragoons and Zealots are coming from across the map. Actually, only 3 Dragoons were made. He's making another wave right now. So what he does is he makes 3 Dragoons, then makes 3 Zealots, and saves up some gas for support, for robotic support bay and an observatory, and after he gets the observatory, he goes back to building Dragoons. It's a very intricate and precise way of spending your minerals. He's gonna keep dancing around for a little bit to buy time for the observer to arrive, while making sure that the Dark Templar doesn't do too much damage. Finds 3 gateways on the bottom. So yeah, those are gonna be his target next. More gateways coming up on the top. Observer is finishing up right about now. Got the forge, double cannon there at the nexus. Observer moving across the map. Dragoon still running back and forth, buying time. Buying time. Supply counts are in favor of RGBTV. He's got 42 probes against 34 from Vanguard. Vanguard having to pull his probes off the minerals for just a second really did cost him quite a lot. Actually, he's not even making probes. He is not making probes, he's not spending minerals. He's building gateways. Vanguard is losing his grip on his macro. Vanguard is losing his grip on his macro quite badly. Observer arrives on the scene. Vanguard is exposed. These gateways are going to go down to the Dragoons. Dragoons have free firing. They have a lot of Zealots. Got a Reaver on the way. 2 cannons there on the bottom to protect. A lot of gateways on the top. RGBTV. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Number 10. 10 gateways in total on the map to start hitting Vanguard with. Vanguard is in some trouble. But he might just build enough Zealots to go for a counter push on this army on the bottom. There he goes, Zealot speed is finished up. RGBTV has to run. Michael Dragoons to safety. But more Zealots there from the side, and Dragoon coming in to help him survive. Reaver spawns and finishes. The Reaver, if he has really good Reaver shuttle micro, can actually turn the game around. But it's gonna have to be some professional level Dragoon micro. Stepping forward, killing the cannons. Reaver unloads. Reaver is too far away. Oh, the Reaver is getting hits from Dragoons. He's trying to shoot, but no, he unloads too early. Reaver does not shoot. Reaver goes down. Vanguard is again in some trouble. He's got nothing on the bottom to protect himself. Zealots are spawning there on the top side from those gateways. RGBTV steadily sending over units from across the map. He's got double the supply. He's got almost 20 more workers. Vanguard is falling apart from the seams. He's splitting open. He's getting torn to shreds. This is getting ugly to watch. Can Vanguard still make a comeback here? It's just gonna be all the way downhill. He's losing probes, losing technology, losing cannons, losing Zealots, losing supply. He's falling behind more and more as the game goes on. This coward RGBTV. He cannot keep getting away with it. He is a noob from a noob league. He cannot keep getting away with this. This should not be happening. Vanguard is the better player. Why is Vanguard losing this? It should not be possible. I am foaming from the mouth. I'm furious. And Vanguard leaves the game. That's it for today. We had some matches between RGBTV and Vanguard. I still don't know who this RGBTV guy might be. I mean, I'm your host, RGBTV, and not even I know who this RGBTV here on the screen might be. but I truly did highly enjoy watching Vanguard get absolutely destroyed, because he is a very toxic and annoying person on the US West server, always running his mouth, and I just felt like, you know what, let's put him into his place. Thank you for watching. It's RGBTV, and I'm signing out.